Starts right now with breaking news.
I know I've personally been in touch with people around West Virginia and across the country in an effort to try to make sure if there's anything humanly we could do to save the miner's life, we want to do it. We take care of our own in West Virginia, and I'm going to keep pressing, and we're going to continue to push because we want to make sure that we give that miner every opportunity to live. And so that's the mode we're in right now. I know it's been a couple days. I'm not going to surmise about odds. I've been asked about that before. I'm not doing that. I'm going to just do everything I can to help out and work with the company, work with the relevant agencies, take the counsel of professionals, because this is a very serious situation dealing with not only the water, but what happens with the gas and the lack of oxygen in an area.
You heard Governor Patrick Morrisey right there giving an update on the active search for a missing miner in Nicholas County. This as the state holds on to just hope for a miracle that he's found alive.
Now, that miner has not been seen since around 1:30 Saturday afternoon. He was the foreman of the crew underground at the Rolling Thunder mine near the town of Drennan, which is just west of Summersville.
It's been roughly 52 hours since the search started, and it's a slow and a painful process. Dive teams, they've been alternating in shifts as crews work to pump water from the mine.
Rolling Thunder is owned by Alpha Metallurgical Resources, and we've tried numerous times to get a comment from the company on the ongoing search, but so far they've said nothing.
Rolling Thunder is one of 11 underground mines in the state operated by Alpha, which also operates 4 surface mines in West Virginia. An engineering consulting firm said in a February report that the area had been, quote, extensively explored by previous mine owners. That report, it also said coal seam ran below the drainage of 20 Mile Creek, but said there were no significant water concerns about digging for more coal in the already extensively mined property. Now, the main focus continues to be getting the flood water out of that mine.
Anna Saunders has the latest for us on those ongoing efforts. Anna?
Well, all day we've just been seeing truck after truck come up this hill carrying heavy machinery, carrying water pumps. We've been told that every resource the state can get, they're making it available to Nicholas County to assist in this search. High murky water and air quality concerns are still the big obstacles that crews are up against. They've used specialized dive teams, but continue to focus on using pumps to try to get to the place where they think the miner might be. This rescue effort began on Saturday afternoon when miners struck a pocket of water that flooded the mine. All but one were able to escape. We're told in some spots it's ankle deep, and in others it's all the way up to the ceiling. Now, we just had a chance to speak with Nicholas County Commissioner Gary Roberts, who says there is a real sense of urgency on scene from the rescue crews, that no one has lost hope or determination. He says there's also just been an outpouring of support from the community for both the miner and the rescuers.
The coal community is a very tight community. It's a brotherhood. You can see that up there as well. There's a lot of efforts going on, and I think the community themselves, most everybody has a brother, an uncle, a sister, an aunt, a mom, somebody that was in the coal industry or worked in the coal mines, and you see everybody pull together, and they know, I think they know what that fear feels like, is what I would say.
We know yesterday Summersville Walmart donated food. Just moments ago we saw a food truck go up there. So again, so many people are showing support to the miner and the people trying to find him. Now, we have heard from people on scene that the missing miner is expected to be about 3/4 of a mile into the mine, so they're continuing to make efforts to try to get more and more of that water pumped out. We'll continue to keep you updated on this very much developing situation. In Nicholas County, Anna Saunders, Eyewitness News.
Anna, thank you. And the heartbreaking search for the missing miner coming on the heels of the 4th West Virginia miner to die on the job this year.
That's right, Gina. In fact, on Thursday, Joey Mitchell Jr. was killed. It happened at the Matiki mine in the Mount Storm area of Tucker County. That's where he worked as a scoop operator. He was just 25 years old and a 2020 graduate of Preston High School. He will be laid to rest on Wednesday in Morgantown.
And United Miner Workers of America President Brian Sanson reacting to the ongoing efforts to find that miner at the Rolling Thunder coal mine in Nicholas County, saying, quote, "I've ordered our safety experts to the Rolling Thunder mine in Nicholas County to provide professional assistance to the teams working to find the missing miner."
Sanson going on to say, quote, "The hearts and the prayers of the entire United Mine Workers of America family go out to these miners and their families." Even though the workers at these two mines are not members of the UMWA, that doesn't matter at the time like this. We are all coal miners and we all care about the safety and the health of each other.
And we'll keep you updated on the search for the missing miner, both on air and online. Follow us on our digital platforms for the latest developments as they happen.
It's day 4 of a miner missing after the Rolling Thunder mine in Nicholas County filled with water and flooded over the weekend. We are being told that the miner is believed to be about 3/4 of a mile into this mine. Right now, Eyewitness News anchor Anthony Kahn is live in Nicholas County across from that mine. Anthony, what have you seen this morning?
Well, Hannah, right now outside the entrance, the Jerry Fork entrance off of Route 39 here in Nicholas County, just past the town of Drennan. And really so far, no new updates that we can give you, unfortunately, as we're waiting to learn more news about this miner. As you can see behind me here, this is the entrance to Alpha Metallurgical Resources, the Nicholas complex. Now, they're the company that owns this mine where this incident happened on Saturday. Now, today, those efforts continue to try to rescue this miner. They'll be continuing to pump water from the mine in hopes of being able to then bring in a crew to look for him. Now, the water in some areas of this mine is really high. It's up at the ceiling. Other parts, it's only ankle deep. Governor Patrick Morrisey giving an update last night saying that they've already removed several millions of gallons of water since work began there on Saturday. And now there's still a lot to go. There's 2.7 million gallons of water still needed, he says, to be removed from the mine before he feels they can safely send in those rescuers. Now, Nicholas.
No, we've got a lot of resources lined up out in the communities. We've had an outcry of folks wanting to help out. We brought some food down at Walmart, had donated, and just everybody wants to try to help. We've got those folks on standby as needed.
You just heard there from Nicholas County Commissioner Gary Roberts saying how the community has really stepped up, and I've seen that a lot on social media as well. A lot of businesses, local companies really trying to do their part as well, thinking about those crews really going in day after day and trying to make things happen. We've seen a lot of people donating just clothing items, food as well, so that has been really good to see. And about this mine itself, Rolling Thunder is owned by Alpha Metallurgical Resources. We have tried numerous times to get a comment from the company about this ongoing search, but so far we have not been able to receive anything from them. An engineering consulting firm said back in February in a report that the area had been already extensively explored by previous mine owners. That report also said the coal seam ran below the drainage of 20 Mile Creek, but said that there was no significant water concerns at the time about digging for more coal. We do know that obviously they struck some water whenever they were in there, and that's how they got into the situation. Now, we are continuing to await updates. I've been checking on updates from Governor Morrisey, also from the Nicholas County Commissioners here, waiting to see exactly what is happening today as they resume the search. We will keep you updated as we learn new information. For now, live in Nicholas County, Anthony Kahn, Eyewitness News.
Thanks, Anthony. We've been looking at the very latest reaction as well from some of you on social media. And this post really does make a big point here from Get on Tap, the Appalachia podcast. The Nicholas County, West Virginia coal miner still missing after 3 days. A crew of 17 miners at the Rolling Thunder mine hit a water pocket. It flooded the mine. The trapped miner, yet to be named, was the foreman of the crew and waited to ensure his entire crew made it untrapped. I know it's split by the website there for the picture, but pray for this man and his family. Regardless of how this turns out, he's a hero. By waiting to get his entire crew out, that saved a lot of lives, and hopefully crews can get all of the remaining water away so that they can enter the mine and find this foreman. Sean Ross saying prayers for the missing West Virginia miner and their family, friends, and co-workers with a nice picture, Appalachia Strong, really emphasizing how strong the people of West Virginia are and some of these coal miners that work tirelessly day after day to complete their task. Senator Jim Justice, I'm closely following the search efforts at Rolling Thunder Mine in Nicholas County. Kathy and I are praying for this miner, fellow miners, and for the many brave emergency crews working tirelessly, as well as a link to our web story. And from Pittsburgh Drone Service, our thoughts are with West Virginia and all of our fellow coal miners and skilled trades people. The search for a trapped miner in the Rolling Thunder Mill is ongoing. It's believed the miner is 3,000 to 4,000 feet, which is about 3/4 of a mile underground. No contact still made with him yet, and the crews are continuing to work in very dangerous weather conditions today as well. Temperatures 20s and teens, with those wind chills even colder in Nicholas County. We'll be following the very latest as we learn more about these efforts today as crews continue their work.
We begin with this here at noon. The search for a missing Nicholas County miner has come to a devastating end. The body of Steve Lipscomb, who was just 42 years old and a father of 2 from Elkview, was found about 7:30 this morning. It had been more than 5 days after workers at the Rolling Thunder mine struck an unexpected pocket of water that flooded the mine. The mine's owner, Alpha Metallurgical Resources, says that Lipscomb was last seen ensuring his crew of 17 made it out safely. We have team coverage from Nicholas County this afternoon, where news just broke there hours ago. Our reporter Bob Aaron joins us live from the Rolling Thunder mine entrance, and Hannah Klein just spoke with community members who have been watching this unfold all week long. Bob, let's start with you today.
Well, Steve Lipscomb is being described as a hero, trying to save the rest of the crew. As the foreman when what's described as an inflow of water came through. Now, this morning around 6 o'clock, the dewatering process, which has involved millions of gallons of water and efforts have been going on since Saturday, was completed to a point where mine rescue crews could get in there, and they discovered his body around 7:40 this morning. A very, very rough day for the men and women involved in this rescue effort that has been going on now for about a week. Very, very difficult. The veteran miner described as a hero. He was the foreman on the shift. He was trying to get his crew out, making sure that everyone had gotten out safely, and he did not make it out himself. We heard from the governor earlier this morning. He broke the news to the public and spoke with us. Here's what he had to say.
Clearly, as the foreman, he's the leader, and so while we don't have all the details of what had happened when the wall got compromised, we do know that this person did stay, and he was undoubtedly helping his colleagues. And so as interviews go on and people do a retrospective, more of that will come out. But my goodness, I mean, that's what being a foreman and being a miner and being a leader is all about, trying to protect others. And it's just unfortunate we had this outcome.
Now that the rescue and the recovery have taken place, an investigation will begin to determine exactly how this took place. The mine does have some history of safety violations, but it's not clear exactly what happened yet. The company did describe this huge inflow of water that came into the mine last Saturday and created the situation that took this man's life. Reporting live in Nicholas County, I'm Bob Aaron for Eyewitness News.
Bob, thank you. And our Hannah Klein is also live right now in Nicholas County. Hannah, you spent some time talking with community members today. How are people coming together right now during this tragedy?
Well, Anthony, it's really difficult to honestly put this into words right now. I've spoke to several members that live right along that coal mine, and I keep hearing the exact same thing and the exact same word, but he was a hero. You know, he was 42 years old, and he was able to get out his 17-man crew before it filled up with water. Let's talk a little bit about Nicholas County as they are mourning right now. This tragedy has just deeply saddened this area, but has also brought out the best in this community. Local restaurants like the Custard Stand have stepped up to feed first responders and also rescue crews. Also, just down the road, Vaughn Baptist Church has opened its doors to provide things like warmth, rest, and support for those working all around the clock. Now, we ended up speaking to several of these neighbors these last couple days, like Teresa Hanshaw, who lives on 20 Mile Road, who tells us this right here is what small town West Virginia is all about, standing together in the toughest of times.
It's never 100% safe in the mines. You know, it's a hard-working job. It keeps families going, and I thank God for that, and I think God looks out for those. And we do know that tragedy happens, but I believe God will steer us through, and we don't know why things happen. We don't want negative things to happen, but it does. And but everybody just sticks together and gets through things.
You know, I was sitting on the porch with Hanshaw this morning, and she was telling me about her husband and some memories with him as he was a coal miner. And also many families right here in this area are coal miners, and their generations are coal miners. She says she hopes this tragic incident will bring out the positive in others all across the Mountain State. Now, as for the cause of this incident, it is still under investigation. But for now, Nicholas County, Hannah Klein, Eyewitness News.
Hannah, thank you very much. And Steve Lipscomb had worked for Alpha Metallurgical Resources for about 2 decades. Andy Edison, the Alpha's chief executive officer, releasing a statement this morning on behalf of the company, saying, quote, "Our hearts are broken. Steve joined our company in 2006 and was a dedicated employee, respected leader, and friend to many. His actions to ensure the safety of his crew members were heroic. On behalf of the entire organization, we extend our prayers and deepest sympathies to his wife, 2 children who all knew him and cared for him." Senator Shelley Moore Capito offering her condolences today as well to family, friends, and co-workers of Steve Lipscomb. She said miners represent the very best of West Virginia, and also expressed gratitude for the first responders who worked tirelessly and demonstrated immense courage and resilience in the face of such treacherous circumstances. And on Twitter, Senator Jim Justice saying that he and his wife Kathy are heartbroken over the passing of foreman Steve Lipscomb and continue to be praying for his family. He also thanks the teams on the ground who worked nonstop and the communities around the state pulling together during this rough time. And former Senator Joe Manchin asking for prayers for the Lipscomb family today. In a post on Facebook, he described the hard work of coal miners like Lipscomb who power our nation and provide for their families, calling them the backbone of our state. He said a tragedy like this deeply impacts all of us. And as condolences continue to come in, we will be keeping you updated on this story, both here on air and online. You can follow us on our digital platforms for the latest developments and complete coverage.
And tonight, we're taking a look at how the community is really remembering the man officials say risked his life to save his crew.
Well, Shelby Burrow has that story tonight.
I want to thank all the incredible people that did work this week. This was a rescue mission, and people put themselves at risk to try to save someone's life.
People across the state have been calling Steve Lipscomb a hero for ensuring that his 17-man team made it out safely as water filled the mine Saturday afternoon at the Rolling Thunder mine in Nicholas County. Lipscomb was a graduate from Herbert Hoover High School in 2001. He later became a Marine and received a Purple Heart.
Steve was loved by not just family, but friends, the Elk River community. He was a great person. A Christian first and foremost, a Marine. I had the honor of coaching him actually in middle school in wrestling. That's when I first got to know Steve, and later throughout his life, his wife worked for me in my office. So I've been friends with he and his wife and his family. He's a great guy, as is his family.
Delegate Dean Jeffries remembers him as a hard-working and strong-willed individual.
When I had heard that about him helping his team first, I had no doubt in my mind that story was true. That is the Steve Lipscomb that we all know. That's who he is.
Alpha CEO Andy Edison says Lipscomb had been a dedicated employee since 2006, and he calls his efforts to save his crew heroic.
It's a big loss in West Virginia tonight, but I sense that the West Virginia spirit is even stronger because of the sacrifice that Stephen made and the sacrifices that all the people put in recent days, because they know that they've put themselves last to put their colleagues first.
Morrissey says they believe over 30 million gallons of water had been drained, this all being done by people working long hours, not giving up until the end to rescue one of their own.
We don't know the full story yet in terms of the sweep of the water that came in, but based upon the reports of tens of millions of gallons of water coming in, you can use your imagination to know how horrible, how horrific that is.
A 2-man search team found the body around 7:30 a.m. after 5 days of nonstop rescue efforts.
This is a really difficult time, but I've been encouraged by how West Virginians come together. Our spirit cannot be broken, and people have been praying for this miner, and they know that this was a miner that was trying to do the right thing.
This is an ongoing investigation. In Nicholas County, Shelby Burrow, Eyewitness News.